And we're live. I'm laughing because I'm just laughing. No, I just lost my pen. Dang it. Okay, it's fine. It just dropped to the ground. Yeah, what's up, you guys? God was like, fire escape, fire escape, fire escape. So I'm out here on the fire escape. And we're going to do a word. It's going to be a good word. It's going to be a great word. It's going to be an awesome word. Yeah, 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 yeah. It smells like cigarettes out here. It's like, no, I do not need that. I don't need that, like I don't need that in my life. Like I already have such a hard life. Just kidding, just having fun, just making fun of myself, just laughing at myself. You gotta do that. You gotta do that, All right, we're gonna let the head over there, because I can't believe I just dropped my pen. All right, so yesterday. Okay, let me back up. Good morning. My name is Kimberly. Welcome to the Kimberly Constant Agenda, where we talk about awesome things literally all the time. And I'm super glad you're here today because we're gonna do it together. And I couldn't do this channel without you. So I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Each and every single one of you guys. English, can't talk. 6 a.m. in the morning. Stumbling over them. It's cool. I haven't had a chance to really think each and every one of you. You're the ones who make it possible to do any of this channel. So thank you, like from the bottom of my heart. For even just if you like click on for a second and like check out my channel just for a second, like that's huge. And if you're hanging out and you like it and you comment, like all of that, like I hope that you get something from the channel. And my hope is that it's a cozy place you can come to when the world is just too much. And it's here for your enjoyment. And I learn a lot from you guys, like a lot. So love you. Thanks for always hanging. Yeah. Thanks for always hanging. And backing things up a little bit. This morning I woke up and I was just like, okay, like I know it's early, but I'll just wake up. Actually, I had a nightmare about maybe I'm like supposed to talk about my dreams. I haven't like really been like, but I think maybe I'm supposed to talk about my dreams. I keep having dreams like the past, not today, but like the day before and the day before that, of like falling in love, and then I wake up and I'm like, overrated. Or like I'm just like, I don't know about that. I got so badly hurt. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like that last guy I was with, like broke me, and I don't ever say that about anybody. I don't give anybody the power to do that to me. But like, I really fell for him, and he like really didn't, whatever, and then like, I was just like tossed out back onto the streets because that's when I was like homeless, and so, I was broken and then discarded, and so now I'm like terrified of like even like showing anybody that I have a crush on them, because God forbid like I get treated like that again. And Anyway, yeah, we've all been there. We got hurt really badly, and we were afraid to love again. We've all been there. I am no different. I am just as fucked up and flawed as the next. I'm no better. I am no less. I'm really just a gal, trying to be a person in this big old world. And so, yeah, when I have dreams like that, or when I get the inkling to, and I'm not talking shit about him, it's fine. He didn't feel whatever, and it didn't work out, whatever. I just realized that I am such a loving and open person, and I didn't have any boundaries. So that's what I learned from that situation. It's not there was nothing gained from it, and I was just my heart was just broken into two, and then I was tossed out into the streets like last week's garbage. Yeah, that's pretty hurtful, but I gained from that experience by oh, that was such a terrible experience. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I learned from that experience to have boundaries, because before that, I was raised by people who they're just people too. Everyone's just a person too. We have to understand that our parents and our family members, even if they're blood, that doesn't mean they're gonna unconditionally love you. And I know that's hard to hear, and that's if you have a good family relationship, then good, amazing, God bless you. For me, it was karmic, or whatever, or fighting from the day I was born just to stand up for myself and everything. So I wasn't taught, and I wasn't raised to have boundaries. I was just always the youngest, and they just were pretty narcissistic, abusive, actually. But I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about that. I love my family, but they're pretty. It's pretty obvious that I was just the meal ticket. Anyway, so what I learned from that shitty experience is that I now have boundaries after getting treated like shit. Oops, I was watching The Punisher. I love that show, you guys. It's my favorite show. One of my favorite shows. I love The Punisher. Now I have boundaries, and arguably I'm guarded now. Maybe I have too many boundaries. I'm don't come an inch closer. And I'm just oh my god, my phone. Oh my god, Kimberly, can you chill out, please? Okay. I already dropped my pen, and that was upsetting enough. Boundaries, importante, okay? Very importante. Now I have them after I got treated like garbage, and then I had to realize that I don't deserve to be treated like garbage, and that's what it took for me to start to enforce boundaries, okay? Not everyone has to go through that, but generally speaking, there's a learning experience before we apply wisdom and knowledge into our life. And then that's how we become a better adults, and then we're more mature. And yeah, you follow? His hair is unruly. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do. Look at all this hair. What in the... Ugh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying to have hair. I just don't know what to do with it. Anyway, I like my hair. I'm not really quite awake yet, I don't think. Maybe I am, but I'm also irritated. I'm very sensitive to external stimuli, and I'm irritated by how busy it is but it's New York City. I'm in New York. But anyway, yesterday, so we're gonna I'm in New York. I got in the shower this morning, and I was awake, and I was why am I awake? Oh yeah, okay. So then this morning I woke up from a nightmare, and I was wearing a red dress, and my twin sister was wearing a red dress, and then my dad made us spaghetti, and then I remember I had like a boyfriend come over who was like my boyfriend in the dream or something. And then my dad like did something in the dream that like showed that he favored my sister more or something, and like I was eating the spaghetti, and I remember the spaghetti tasted really good. But I remember a central theme of the dream was that like the spaghetti had red sauce. Obviously, I was wearing a red dress. My sister was wearing a red dress, and I have like a traumatic memory of when my sister stole my middle school boyfriend, and like they were having like a thing going on while I thought that he was my boyfriend, and like I found text messages and stuff, and I was like, what are you doing? You know, I've liked this boy for like 3 years. And then, so she stole my middle school boyfriend. And like, I loved that boy, like for 3 years from 6th grade to 8th grade. Like he was my first kiss, and like, I love that boy, and she stole him. And so I just have like trauma of like ever thinking any love is going to work out. Cause like, I either get like, it just like, it's weird. It just never fucking works. Excuse my language. But like, yeah, I'm like fed up with the whole, like, find somebody who like, you know, I'm like trying not to be bitter, trying not to be jaded, but like, I don't get it. I don't get why every single guy I'm with ends up cheating on me or something. Like it does seem that way or whatever, but like, I'm not focusing on that too much. I mean, like, whatever, like, I'm happy single, and I'm just like too much for people or something, like men or something. I don't know why, like, no man is like never fucking happy with me. I'm like the fucking bomb. Like, I don't know. Like, I am a good cook. I'm like, I have some jokes up my sleeves. Like, what else do you need? Aww. Anyway, I'll find the right guy for me someday. Someday. Oh, that's the operative word, someday, because I just don't even want to deal with another person until, like, that's a whole nother, like, bag of issues. You know, I have, like, my own issues to deal with, so, but it's fine. I think I've gotten really lucky with, like, my career and, like, and following my dream and destiny and path and stuff, and usually you don't get both in life. You get, like, your love life, like, your high school sweetheart, and you have, like, 5,000 fucking kids, and you're happy with the farm and shit, or like you become a movie star and like you just like awesome in your career and make a lot of money and you have the nice car, but like super lonely at night in your own bed. I just kind of feel like you get one or the other. I don't really think people get all that they're going for in life. Hey, good morning, Randy. How you doing? I'm good. Trying to wake up, trying to be in a good mood, working my way up. So yeah, that's right. You know, it's all gonna be good. But anyway, that was a dream that like my dad showed favor over to my sister or something like that, and then like the boyfriend chose, like my dad and the boyfriend chose my sister or something like that over like me. And so this shows like the trauma that I have over like that comment that my roommate made, which shows like how much trauma he did just recently when he was like telling me like, oh, so the difference between you and her is like 80 hours a week and she works 80 hours a week. I'm like, I'm a content creator and I apply to like roles every day. Like I'm signed with a talent agency. We chose different paths. Like she has a 9 to 5 and she works very hard and I do my own thing and I work very hard. You don't need to like, and it was just the context that he did it in. Like I was trying to show him like what cutie pies we were. When I just like Jedi mind tricked that car. Just kidding. I was trying to show him what cutie pies we were when she and I were like 4 years old, and it was like video footage from 1998 back on my mom's farm, and like land that we used to have. We used to have like so much acreage, farms, and like I was just trying to show him like the horse we used to have and shit and the goats. And then he just like had to do this like nasty comparison. And then he laughed in my face and was like, oh, so that's the difference between you and your sister is that she works 80 hours a week. And then was like laughing and like thought it was so funny. And then I just walked out of the room and didn't say a word. And he had no idea that like that cut me to my core, because I've always been compared to my sister since I was in the womb. And like, I'm blessed to have family, but they're all karmics. They're all like abusive and shitty towards me my whole life, and tried to downplay anything that I ever did that was successful, and did nasty, awful, wicked stuff behind my back. I'm not going to go into all of that because there'll be a day to expose that at the right time. But we chosen ones come from nasty places for a reason. And so that was a dream I had. I woke up with that, and I was like, that was annoying. Like, I had a dream that I was in a red dress, she was in a red dress, and then we were eating spaghetti with red marinara sauce, like, you know, like spaghetti sauce. And then the boyfriend I had over for dinner chose my sister over me, and then my dad like favored my sister over me. And then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? Like, fuck this shit. Explains kind of like the mood I'm in right now, but I'm trying to like work my way through it. I applied to like 3 roles already before 6 a.m., so that's good. And I'm getting this YouTube post in, but it really irked me that he was like trying to make it seem like I'm just like some lazy couch potato. And like, I've always, like, people have always tried to downplay like my lifestyle, where I like choose to be more creative and artsy, and that's a diligent path that takes self-discipline as well. But the world just doesn't approve of anything that's not show up in a fucking suit with, you know, and get a pay stub every 2 weeks. It's like, I'm choosing a different path. It's integrity, okay? So other people might see that like, yeah, I have been poor for most of my life, but it's going to pay off pretty soon of all the good work I've done and all the art and all of the discipline I've put into performance arts. It's going to pay off very soon. Proverbs 19:1. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than one who is crooked in speech and is a fool. I think I'm going to go like get some exercise because I feel like actually mad right now. Just like chill out for a second. I'm done talking to family. I'm done. No more. I'm like, I can't. They just make me crazy, dude. And then they call me crazy for them making me crazy. When they like do crazy shit behind my back, they smile in my face. I remember I asked for anyway, I'm not even there. Don't even give them. They've been so abusive to me my whole life, so, and I just realized this, so now I feel so. But at least I'm realizing it. At least I'm realizing worth now. Okay, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. But anyway, I took a shower, and then I got out of the shower, and then I sat down, and I was thinking, what time is it? I wonder what time it is. And then as I looked at the clock, it said 3:33, and then I was like, that's a little creepy. I was like, thank you, but like, it's a little too on the nose. Right as I said that, it turned to 3:34, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go get some exercise today because it'd just be good for me. I just need it. I'm a bit of a Mustang. Find a track. I think there's a track in Tremont area in the Bronx I can run at. So that would be good, yeah. That would be good, yeah. So, but basically, dreams are important. Remember your dreams are trying to tell you something, or they can help you heal. And I guess 333 is important. I've been seeing that recently. Excuse me, truth bird. I've been seeing that number. So I guess I just kind of like think about how many times I've been like mistreated in my life, and then I start to get really infuriated. But try not to do that. one day it won't be like that, or it'll just, I have more boundaries in place and I won't let people do that. Or now I realize my worth because I had to go through so many low vibrational events to realize my worth, which is like a little bit of the long way around, but I got there eventually. And now I do believe that I'm way better about enforcing boundaries and realizing my worth to the point where if somebody starts to be acting up, then I know better to stick around. And like, I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. So integrity is about doing it right the first time, even when nobody's watching. Even when nobody's watching, you're doing the right thing. And in life, we get moments of temptation where we think it'd be best or it'd be faster to do the short-term success but long-term sorrow. And it's like, whatever we chose that was the temptation, that was of our own flesh, of our own selfish desires or whatever, like, that's a crooked way, and it won't last long. It'll be a short-term success but long-term sorrow. The righteous, Proverbs 27, the righteous who walks in his integrity, blessed are his children after him. So even your offspring and generations to come after you are going to see the effects of your good choices and your righteous decisions. And that's a blessing. So remember that when you is doing Gucci and living righteously and on the straight and narrow path, your children are going to reap the benefits of the good decisions you made in your lifetime. And vice versa. If you're like sowing bad karma, like decisions that you make in your lifetime, and then like someone's gonna have to pay for that, and it's like gonna be the generations to come after, and that's where like generational curses originate from. We got to be mindful that it's not just about our lives and like our decisions, that it affects the whole collective consciousness, and it affects the potential of others even achieving possibilities and unlimited opportunities in future lifetimes. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. Decisions are everything. Decisions are life. Life is about decisions. So Proverbs 10:9. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. Oh, I think what God was trying to tell me is that I need to forgive my sister for stealing my middle school boyfriend, because realizing that that's actually a grudge I've been holding against her like ever since middle school, and that's like way too long. That's literally what, like 2010. Yeah, no, like I need to let that go and forgive her. Like, I think that's what that dream was saying. But God woke me up for a reason, and I kept saying it's fire escape, so, and the sunrise. So I was like, okay, let me try and get out here for the sunrise. But I'm glad to do the work. Maybe I'll do a healing meditation later. I think that is what was going on. I think I need to, because like if you hold on to grudges, that's just like the bitterness is going to eat away at your bones. So, okay, I forgive my sister. for stealing my middle school boyfriend, who I dearly loved, who was my first kiss, my like crush ever, you know. Dear Lord, please know that I forgive her. And I'm sorry that I've held on to that for so long. And I ask you to wash me anew with the blood of Jesus Christ, and that this is a genuine exchange of letting go of a grudge, letting go of any sludge in my heart that's just any bitterness from the disappointment and hurt and betrayal that I have experienced in life in general. And Lord, I pray that whoever's watching this on the other side of the screen, that they have the ability to also have you reveal to them whatever it is that they're working through, and whatever needs forgiveness in their life, that they're able to find the strength through you in them, and are able to overcome the mountain of unforgiveness, because it can seem so hard and it takes so much strength. Jesus, please just give us the strength to forgive others for their wrongdoings, for they know not what they do. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Okay, that was a start. I feel better. Yeah, that was a start. I do feel better. It's going to take time. It's just going to take time. Like, I didn't realize that I was literally holding on to that this whole time. Coffee's good. Coffee's good. Integrity is about doing it right the first time so you don't have to do it twice. Oh, yeah. That's why I originally got the inspiration for this video. I started, well, like, my roommate and I, like, whatever, like, having hard time figuring out the situation with the trash. It just seems to be an issue. Like, it's just like, you know how there's like one or two things that like, people in the household, like, there's like, it's just like always turns into like an issue, or it is an issue. Like, it just seems to be one of those things that people fight out, like dishes and whatnot or something. For this household, it's the garbage. And so I started to put the trash on the fire escape, like in a bag, obviously, because I didn't want to take it out, because I feel like I'm always the one taking out the trash, and that gets so old. It's a nice car. I like that car. Nice. It was like a Cadillac. Like, whatever, and and then I noticed that it was just making more of a mess, because then like some of the coffee started to spill out, and then like coffee's dripping down onto like the street, and it would just be easier and make more sense if I were to just take the trash out. And so then I tried to like put it in like the trash can, and then the trash can out in the fire escape, and I was like, I'm just gonna take the trash out at this point, because it's making more work to just avoid doing the thing I need to do. And then I was just laughing the whole time, like taking out the trash. I was like, I literally just put in like another half hours of work, because then I had to like kind of clean up the coffee that spilled, and I just made more work for myself doing it twice rather than doing it right the first time. And I thought that could be a lesson that I'd add to the channel of like integrity. So God values honesty. God values strong character. And what is integrity? It's doing the right thing when there's not a soul around to validate your good deed. You're doing it because you know it's the right thing to do. And when you continue to make those decisions with yourself, and you continue to live like that, you're gaining more and more like confidence in yourself and trusting yourself. That's what it is, to make the right decision, even when the temptations start to build up. But then it's just easy for you to make the right decision and be a good and righteous holy servant to God, and be making like the sound mind choice and the mature decision. And it's like it becomes not just who you are, but then it becomes like that habit. And then also when you're living like that, truth burp, when you're living like that, you're inspiring others to live like that as well. And that's what leadership is. So, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Making that dough. Making that dough. And then I'm going to leave you guys with Job 2:3, was it? 2:9. No. Job. It's one of the. Let me see here. Job. Oh yeah, 2:3. And the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, who fears God and turns away from evil? He still holds fast to his integrity, although you incited me against him to destroy him without reason." Yeah. Been there before. So maybe you guys can relate to that, where it feels like everything's coming up against you, and there's the wicked hunting for your soul without cause and hating you without cause. But you continue to make good decisions with integrity, and that pleases God. And remember that you're always investing in yourself every time you do that. You're constantly pouring into yourself, and honestly, yeah. Probably uplifting the Holy Spirit when you do that too, um, because you're like doing the right thing when there's not a soul around, because you know it's the right thing to do, and be holy because God is holy. Like that's beautiful. And the more you do that, the more confidence you're gonna have, because you're not doing anything you're not supposed to, and you know that behind closed doors, like, you make confident, sound decisions, and that's gonna teach you how to trust yourself even more and be a strong leader even more, and you're just gonna feel better. Like, you're not gonna have anything to feel bad about, because you know that you is doing right, and all things work according to those working for His purpose. Y'all feel me? And I'm actually going to add this part to it as well, and then close out. Job 2:9. Then his wife said to him, "Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die." So even Job's wife was like, "Do you still see anything going on that's like happening for you that's good?" And then he was like, "Well, things are looking pretty bleak," or things were looking pretty hard for Job at the time. His livestock, his money, his health, and then his wife on the top of it, who's supposed to support him and be his ride or die. She's even saying, "Curse God and die." So I'm adding that into the devotion today to remind y'all that no matter who's saying, and no matter what is occurring that's trying to convince you to betray your faith against God, and despite how your circumstances look, never lose that faith in God, and never stop trusting in Him, that your breakthrough could be today, that a miracle could happen today, and that miracle provision could just pop up in your bank account, or you receive a check in the mail. Never lose faith And never let your circumstances betray your faith or trust in God just because of how things look. Remember, we're living in a computer simulation, and everything is what we make it. So, with that said, create the illusion in front of you by, like, you are in control of the illusion that's your reality, and your reality is the illusion that you make it, if that makes sense. And so long as we never give up our faith or lose the trust that God has a plan for us to prosper us and not to harm us and to give us a hope in the future, then you is going to be Gucci. You just got to keep doing right, making the good decisions, doing your chores, drinking water, eating nourishing meals, eat the best food on earth possible, be around positive people, text some of your best friends and just let them know you love them. When you're a good person, you're not going to have anything to worry about because God's going to have your back, and the universe sees everything. And God is omniscient, and he hears your thoughts, and you will be blessed accordingly to your works. Okay. And the meek will inherit the earth. So with all that said, remain in integrity, and you will see victory. And if you know victory, you know God. That's right, baby. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay chosen. Peace.